Uh-oh. That guy. Oh, there's that noise.
I can hear it again.
Yep, but
It's
now
because
it's
we're
gone
plugged
again.
into the computer. But I can see us right there. It's not because of any of the wires. It's because of this thing is directly connected to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what I need to do?
Okay. So I gotta go into this one.
I'm gonna plug that one into there, and then give me yours.
All right.
Give me this.
Ow. What happened? I can't hear anything.
Here, now plug you into this.
Oh.
I dropped yours.
Oh, gotcha. Well, you know, that happens. Sometimes you gotta
There.
grab
Now
hold to it.
that's.
Gotta grab hold to it.
Now that you know the humming sound,
Yeah.
we're the only ones that can hear that.
Okay, that's good.
So
All right, so I'm confused, man. What do I do here? All right, because
that was difficult. Oh, here we are. Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Married with Comedy, and I'm Jeff, and that's Jay. And am I on?
I'm Jace, #1 clone.
I mean, I could.
Thank you.
I can see that we're on because it's going. Mine just doesn't seem like it's loud enough. What about yours?
I don't know, maybe, yeah.
Mine's on. Is yours on?
Yeah, mine's on pretty good.
Yours is on. Let me turn.
I think you just can't hear me because of the dang mask. It muffles my voice.
It muffles your voice.
Yeah.
There.
Right.
That's better. Hey, everybody.
What's up? What's up?
We've been off for a few weeks.
How you like my Shia dress?
Yeah.
What? I think it's hilarious that there are advocates out there trying to get women in Saudi Arabia and other parts of the Middle East, obviously, but to not have to wear this stuff. Here, if you don't wear one, you're some kind of psycho.
Yeah. Shia.
Like when people won't serve you just because you won't wear a mask. And the funny thing is, if their mask works, why the hell do they care if you're wearing one?
Yeah. Shia.
People don't think, man. That's where we're at.
Yeah. Would you keep saying Shia?
No, that's Chia. Chia.
I was looking for my phone.
You were looking for it and you found it, sir. All right, I need to get on here. What do I do?
My wife is like,
where's these comments at? How do I look at this stuff? How to get on here?
Yeah.
Just hit comedy. That's what.
Yeah, comedy bits.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
It should be popped up. Pop. Should be popped up.
What happened?
Hey, let me.
Fuse.
Let me do it.
Is that it?
Let me do it. You.
I don't know what's happening over here, man. This thing is just. Oh, there it is.
Man. No, man. You clicked the picture. No, man.
No, man. Hey, man.
You gotta click
on my cord. You're standing on my cord.
You know, my wife is saying, you know, every week you guys are so like unprofessional the way you guys do your stuff. No, we're not.
No, I'm unprofessional. And he is awesome. He is prepared, thinks about it all week. Of course, I think about it, but like I said, I come in here and I'm like, shit, what movie did I watch? I made it a point to watch this movie. So.
Look, it's on there. That's funny. So,
so we need to shut that off.
Yeah, shut that off. I can hear it.
How do you?
You just pause it. Just click the picture.
No, I was just okay. Where's
pause is the two lines. Well, you don't. You just want to. You want to pause it too. Oh man.
Why? I don't want to pause it.
You want to. You want to get the comments, so you don't want to see it.
Comments. I don't understand.
Here, move your hand.
Oh wait, Daddy.
Close that.
Right. Okay. I hear what you're saying. I see that.
Close
okay. That. Yeah. Okay.
Pause this.
Pause that. Okay. And
comment.
Then, and then click on comment. Gotcha. Okay. I get you.
And these are the comments. And you'll be able to see comments.
Where are they at?
Well, it's type a comment. You'll see. Hey, anyway. So yeah, we've been off for a few weeks. Oh, we left that light on. That's all right. I don't care. So people can see there's stuff on the other side of the curtain. I don't think anybody cares.
See what I mean?
What do you think about my beard? What's up with your mask today? Are you wearing it for real? For purposes?
Maybe. Maybe I'm trying to not catch something.
You can't catch AIDS that way anymore.
No, I'm trying not to catch the brain fog. I got enough memory problems. Okay.
My fibro fog?
that's no. That's that's the new thing, right? And here's the funny thing: I get so much crap for my masks because I make my own masks. And what are they telling you? You got to wear 2 masks because it doesn't cover properly.
No, it's 3 now.
It's 3 now.
It is.
Idiots.
It's 3 now.
Listen, if you're arguing that people need to wear 2 or 3 masks because you're not wearing it properly, then I will say to you, they are trying to find little minute excuses as to why this thing is still spreading like wildfire, even though everyone's wearing a mask now.
But remember last year?
Idiots.
When people like me would make a comment like, you
And
know,
now they're trying to say that it's
where
been
you and I
mitigating
both said the same
the
thing.
flu.
Look, watch this smoke go through this mask. This mask don't work.
Right?
And then they're like,
breathe.
and then
Your
like
breath
a year
goes
later,
through the mask. You could see it.
a year later, they're like, hey, by the way, one mask doesn't work. Didn't we say that last year and you told us we were stupid?
Isn't that funny?
I'm a scientist.
One
apparently.
mask doesn't work because masks don't work.
I'm a
Okay,
scientist.
they mitigate, but they don't stop anything. And then let me say another thing to you. They have told us that the masks have stopped the flu, but apparently not COVID-19. But they have stopped the flu.
The flu.
And I will say to you that I think all the numbers that were going to the flu now going to COVID, and that's how they're keeping it alive.
Allegedly.
I said I think.
I know, but
That is
even
my
if you,
opinion.
even if you have an opinion,
I am not a doctor, but that is my opinion.
The computer doesn't know that unless somebody
Because
says
the
allegedly.
flu don't just go, hey, you know, we had a nice run. All thousands of you strange, you just go home. We don't need you anymore. We got COVID. It's like, come on, man, give me a break. And then now they're like COVID-19 or coronavirus.
No.
I'm like, because now you can't cover up the fact that people are looking up that a coronavirus is called what? Human.
Yeah. Wait.
Coronavirus.
It mutated. So you know what it's called now?
What?
Corona Extra. No, but have you noticed this though?
That's where COVID comes from.
Do you remember
from the water of Mexico?
Do you remember back in the day when remember all those TV shows that were all about global cooling and global warming? Went from global cooling to global warming.
Yeah, like I always liked the movie The Day After Tomorrow because I always felt the same way.
Yeah.
That if we tip the balance too far one way, the planet will try to compensate.
Well, apparently,
I think they were setting us up.
global warming,
Climate change is real.
change, whatever. Check it out. This is the coldest Valentine's Day weekend in recorded history here.
Oh, you ain't lying. Oh, you ain't even close.
It has
to
been
lying.
negative whatever the hell for so long that my propane's almost gone and we had to switch to wood.
Yeah. He said wood.
I got wood now.
That's
We haven't been able to get out of the house barely at all, like
Yeah.
to do anything. I'm surprised I got here.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. It's nice to be back. It's been a couple weeks. The weather got crazy there. And of course my wife got a little crazy, but she does that. That's
Dude.
what women do.
We had car trouble with all 3 cars that were normally running. Car trouble with all 3. You want to know the craziest thing about it is?
Mm.
The Ford had a check engine light on that entire day and was running all like weird. I took it home, let it sit, hasn't done any of it since. Like there's no reason for it to do it. It just did it and now it doesn't do it.
That's weird.
Crazy.
I'll say my car had trouble starting for a few days.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
It would take longer to start, but now that it got even colder, it starts quicker. And I was wondering why that is.
Here's the weird thing. The Ford, my Saturn, and the van, all 3 of them,
Mm-hmm.
crank right up. Just crank right up.
It must be like
And
a
it takes
seal
them
issue or
It
something.
takes them forever to warm up.
Yes.
And like 15, 20 minutes.
Mhm.
So they're warming up for 15, 20 minutes or whatever. And then after they're warmed up, then, you're good to go.
Yeah.
But the van we can't drive because I ran over something and, dude, I've never seen air come out of a tire that fast.
Ooh.
It came out real fast, but
But
the tire's covered under.
it didn't blow the tire, so you're probably thankful
Well,
for that.
the tire is
So usually if you get something like that, it just blows the tire.
under warranty or something like that, so we can go and get it fixed or replaced for free.
Right, yeah.
All right, let's get into the show.
All right, let's get in the show because I'll explain the mask when we get into my breakdown.
Yeah, break it down. All right, this week in comedy history, not October. We're not doing October. This week in comedy history, February 8th through February 14th. Okay, you ready? February 8th. And by the way, last week's This Week in Comedy History, I had it all written out. And Dustin Diamond was going to be the first one. Because he died on the 1st.
Who did?
Dustin Diamond. Screech, remember?
Oh, that's right. You did tell me. That's right. Dustin Diamond. That's right.
February-
I always forget the guy's name for some reason.
February 8th, 1974, Seth Green was born. He's best known for his as the co-creator of Robot Chicken on Adult Swim. A lot of people know him for that. But you might not know he started acting when he was only 7 years old. 7.
Well, and that would explain a lot about like the Mr. Cappy thing there too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. They had a little thing, those two.
February 9th, nothing special happened.
For something.
Okay.
February 9th, nothing special happened.
Yeah. February 10th, 2000, Jim Varney died. He was born June 15th, 1949. Best known for his character as Ernest P. Worrell. You might not know, as a child, he would memorize and recite very long poems and entire sections of books to his family members. And then his mom got him a TV to watch, and he started watching cartoons. And on the cartoons, he would memorize the cartoons and reenact the cartoons with all the voices. And so his mom was like, "You need to get into acting." So she enrolled him in some like theater classes and stuff.
Right.
At school.
Okay. How young was he?
He was like 2 or 3 years old when he started reciting stuff. Yeah, little.
Well, no, but I mean when she got him into acting.
She was like little, like 7, 8 years old, like real young. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But that was like local theater and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like
it's still interesting to start him at that age. I've
Yeah.
got one that's pretty talented, and she wants to do a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, a couple of these
I'll give her
today are
some
going to be
glasses.
similar to that. Here we go. February 11th, nothing special happened. So February 9th and 11th, get something going
Wait a
on.
minute. February 11th.
Yeah.
Isn't that what's his face's birthday?
If it's somebody famous, I would know.
No, cause I'm alive. Henry Rollins. Ain't that his birthday?
I don't
he's an
know, but
Aquarian.
he's not a comedian.
Yes, he is, dude. I'm
He's
trying to
not a
tell
comedian,
you.
I'm telling you.
I went and saw his thing that he does. It's well,
I've seen Henry Rollins.
there's a 2-disc set called Think Tank. If you haven't heard it, you should listen to it. If you listen to it, you understand what I say when I say the man is a comedian. And I don't care what anybody else says. Look, I went and saw him at a theater.
For a person that lisps, he sings really well.
He's not a very good singer, that guy.
I think he sings great.
He is who? Henry Rollins?
Yeah. Yeah, like that. You were gonna sing that song. I'm a liar. I love that song.
He was a very good songwriter, but he to me wasn't a very good singer. I thought he was better with Black Flag.
I'll never lie to you again.
I thought he was better with Black Flag than he was on his own. And I'll say this to you too. I went and saw him at a theater in Florida when I lived down there.
Yeah.
And he was doing a spoken word tour. And he literally came out and started. I mean, you can believe it or not that that's what he was reading from, because, you know, they set you up. It's like a magic trick or whatever. Writers do the same thing. Anyways, but he said it was from his journal, from some of his travel days with Black Flag, and he was writing about some of his experiences. And then he gets into this like whole spiel about, you know, people and how they react when you're famous and when you're not. And then he to the point where he talks about like how he got all built up was because of what's his face? Oh man, what's his name? Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow. Was it Sheryl Crow that he was with? Anyways, I think that's who it was, but I'm pretty sure he had like this thing for Sheryl Crow, and I guess they almost got together or whatever. So he went into this whole spiel. It was freaking hilarious. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about, Henry Rollins was like a heavy metal. Oh, see, very cool guy. He got mad at me, Mrs. Onyx. Just so you know, he got mad at me because I dared to try to talk about some kind of not musical oriented questions.
Me? Me?
No, when I met him,
Henry Rollins?
Yeah, I met Henry. He was doing his, because at the time when I met him, he wasn't doing much musically, right? It was just like, hey, you know, I'm going to tour with the guys now. You know what I mean? And so they would be on the punk tour, and I didn't really like most of the other stuff that was there. So, because, you know, a lot of Satanism and stuff like that was, you know, just bleeding in. And a lot of people think that's not true, but I'll say this. You know, there was a lot of talk about studios having a temple where they used to pray over the masters and do all that other stuff so they could get blessings.
Most of the songs and bands we listen to have a satanic vibe to them.
What I'm saying, yeah, is the bands that put it out there believed it.
Yeah, most of
it wasn't just a gimmick for them.
I'm telling you, most of the stuff I'm going, that's fake, dude. That's totally fake. Look at what's going on with Marilyn Manson right now.
Yeah, that's real fake. What do you think he was doing?
No, I'm saying he's
Johnny Depp sleeps in a freaking coffin. People, hello.
Okay, here we go. Back to
that's from his own words. I'm just telling you, man.
Back to the thing.
Only the freaks rise to the top, bro.
Okay,
because they're willing to do anything to get there.
All right. February 12th.
All right. Maybe it was the 12th. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
February 12th, 2014. Sid Caesar died. Sid Caesar was alive until 2014. That's amazing. He was born September 8th,
when was Henry Rollins' birthday?
Wait, he died. He was born September 8th, 1922.
That's February 13th.
Well,
sorry, Hank. Good. I didn't mean to get that wrong.
Good because nothing happened on February 13th either. Look.
Monologuist.
Look. Nothing happened.
Okay.
So we got it. Good.
All right. So I'll read this and.
You're gonna read nothing. Here we go.
Okay.
Sid Caesar, best known for his television shows like your show of shows and Caesar's Hour.
My show of shows. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know who Sid Caesar is?
My favorite show is.
You know Sid Caesar? Okay.
So, I don't know what the shows is.
Sid Caesar started
play on words.
Sid Caesar started working at a restaurant when he was little, and he would learn all the dialects of the different people that were there. So there were different people from different countries because they were coming over from other countries, and they were going to their restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he would talk to them, what he called double talk, in their own dialect. And people thought it was funny, so like the Russian guys would go, that's funny, go talk to the Poles. And the Polish people would be like, go talk to and they would send him from table to table entertaining people when he was little, right? So when he was 14 years old, he decided to move away from home. Okay. And he moved to the Catskill Mountains to play saxophone in a swing band called the Swing Time Six. The Swing Time Six band.
Okay.
So
wait,
what? He was 14 years old.
Time.
Swing Time, you know it's Swing Time.
Yes.
So the band was called the Swing Time Six, and he played saxophone in a swing band.
Interesting.
February 13th was the Henry. You already did
Henry Rollins. Original name Henry Garfield.
You're not reading the whole thing.
Born February 13th, 1961, in Washington D.C.
You're supposed to do.
See what I'm saying? Wait.
He's best known for something.
I got that. I got that. American singer, poet, monologuist, whatever the heck that's supposed to mean, and publisher. Oh, that's something I didn't know.
He is a publisher.
Whose tenure as the lead vocalist of Los Angeles hardcore group Black Flag made him one of the most recognizable faces in the 80s punk scene. All right. So he had his own band. He was in Black Flag. One of my favorite movies that he was in that you may not know or remember him was Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
All right, Johnny.
Love that.
Just Johnny.
Yeah. He was
Love
the
that.
doctor. Yeah, he was great though. So, but listen to me, and that's I already said the CD that you can go and get. It's one of my personal favorites called Think Tank. And when he goes off about the airport, it made me lose my mind. I just laugh and laugh every time I hear it. I want to go listen to it after I get off the show. I'm just gonna go and...
He has a weekly podcast apparently, and he just came out with a new book.
Well, he's very smart. He is ridiculously
he
smart.
To be smart. Okay.
No, he does not.
Valentine's Day.
Trust me.
February.
She and I both talked to the guy. He's not an idiot.
Okay.
Although something you may not know, he has a tattoo of a barcode he put on the back of his head. I remember when he did that. It was between the time I'd seen him in the theater and the time I'd seen him on stage.
What's the barcode say?
You know what I mean, you know? And I asked him, I was like, you know...
You could scan it.
I think that's a little irresponsible. Like I said, he was not pleased with me at all.
You can
he was not happy with me. Huh?
You can scan the barcode.
I don't know if you can scan on his barcode. I don't know. Because back then it was just a tattoo. I don't know if
I'm saying if you take the tattoo and you take a picture of it, you scan it with your phone, like take it, it'll tell you what it is. It'll go to a product or a service, or it'll tell you what number.
Now you got to do is get him turned around so you could take a picture of the back of his head.
Of it. Okay, so.
Anyways, okay, you're probably right. We'll look it up.
February 14th, 1977.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Jim Jeffries was born.
Who?
He's known as the creator.
Is that the guy with the Kool-Aid?
No, he's known as the creator and star of the FX sitcom Legit.
Never heard of it.
So he's some British guy or Australian or some junk like that.
And FX, you giving me crap about Hank?
But he's a
Rollins not being a comedian. Are you gonna call?
Well, okay.
And
his real name?
All right then.
Jim Jeffries' real name is Jeff, spelled Geoff.
Okay, yeah, like the lineman for the Chiefs was spelled Jeff like that. No, Jeff Schwartz, I think it was. Yeah.
No, may the Schwartz be with you.
All right, so this will explain the mask. This is the breakdown. This is where I take a movie and I break it down.
I forgot to do that part.
Oh yeah,
breakdown.
Okay. And so if you guys have ever seen the Anti-Logic YouTube channel, sometimes I go into that depth in a movie. Sometimes I don't. I don't ever know what to expect because sometimes I'm really high when I watch the movie.
Boom.
And sometimes I'm really sober.
Boom.
Depends on if the kids are in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, boom.
Anyway. Okay, so the reason I'm wearing a mask now is because I was traumatized. I reactivated some kind of PTSD by watching the movie that I watched this week. And my breakdown for this week is Joe versus the Volcano. Now, I don't know if any of you have seen this movie recently, but back in the day, it was really great. It was a young Meg Ryan. She was adorable, right? And she played several different roles. Even my wife commented she'd never seen the movie, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to show it to her. Plus, there's something that happens in the movie that's very important to what's happening right now, and it's why I'm wearing this mask, is because I don't want to catch brain fog.
Brain fog.
And if you've seen the movie, okay, the movie talks that what happens is Joe is not happy in his life, and he's not feeling well. He's got a slight cough in his throat, and so he goes to the doctor. And doctor says basically, well, Joe, you know, you're in perfect health except for you have a brain cloud.
You said brain fog.
I know. So they back in the 80s they called it a brain cloud because they didn't know they were going to call it a brain fog, or maybe they knew or they already used it. And so the powers that be was like, well, we can't call it a brain cloud because people will figure it out. No, I'm kidding. But
this fucking microphone is bugging the shit out of me.
It's probably bugging everybody else out there too. They're probably like, why does he keep messing with it? Quit messing with it. It's because he's a perfectionist. He cannot help himself. He just cannot help himself.
You can see it. But when I move it the other way, you can't hear me as well.
Why don't you reach up and lick it? and then people will know where it's at. Like, you can hardly see it. No, I don't think anyone cares, Jeff. But I think your wife, and not even my wife. My wife doesn't even watch the show. She doesn't. She's busy sleeping.
Oh, shit.
That woman sleeps more than anybody I ever met, dude. It's insane.
Your wife?
Yes, and she gets mad at me if I take a nap. And I figured out why. She's not mad that I'm taking a nap. She's mad that anyone is taking a nap and she is not.
Anyone other than her.
Anyone other than her. It's not fair.
You better not be in there taking a nap.
Dude, she'll make an agreement with me. This is a true story. She'll make an agreement with me. She will. That she'll take the first nap, I'll take the second one, and then she won't get out of bed till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then, okay, that's almost dinner time. So I either got to sleep for an hour and then get up for dinner, or sleep through dinner. And then, God forbid, I sleep through dinner, and then, wow, you're going to have to fend for yourself. You know what I mean? It's sad. Anyways, where was I? Joe versus Volcano.
Yeah, we'll use that thing.
Love you,
today.
dear. I only go through all this because I love you, baby. Anyways, I don't want to catch the brain cloud. Okay, that's what I'm worried about. Because I already have problems. I can't focus. My brain wanders, you know? Be driving along, just da-da-da, and then I'll realize there's a cop behind me. And of course, I'm none the wiser. I'm sitting here puffing on my puffing on my joint, having a good time.
I cussed.
Guys
really.
running my license and whatnot. I'm
I
like,
cussed a lot.
"Ooh."
You don't have to worry about cussing.
This happened to me tonight.
I cussed a lot today.
This happened to me tonight, Hefe.
Boom. I cussed a lot today.
I know.
Hey,
I saw that.
microphone. It's picking me up real good now.
Is it good?
Yeah.
All right, good. So, this happened to me tonight. I had one of them stadies flip around on me. And I swore he was coming around on me. I was doing 75 and a 70. What's wrong with that?
In the ice.
It's not ice out there. Not on the highways.
I think it's ice.
Yeah, it's just dust, dude. It's the dusting
You know
of the
that guy
salt and the...
You know that car you're passing that's going 50 on the highway?
Right now?
That's me.
No, you go when it's like hitting the ground and like before they salt everything. But if they're gonna salt everything, we might as well use it to our advantage.
I drive like an old lady.
Yeah.
I drive real slow.
Amazon won't let me drive like that. I got yelled at for driving like that in a snowstorm
So you don't have
at
the
work.
fog.
I did 95 stops in a shift, and I got yelled at. And I came back, and old boy was like, "We're gonna have to work on your pace." I was like, "Are you serious?" All the hills that I tried to go up had to come back down and go around. I'm like, and you know they can see that, idiots.
You know what's funny is we go so many off track the whole time, dude.
So, Joe versus Volcano. I figured something out here. Okay? There's a connection to nowadays. This is where the anti-logic comes in. The connection is that we all have this brain fog. Brain fog, they're calling it now. Or the brain cloud. And Joe
You're not
is
watching
the
me
everyman.
winking. You're not watching me winking at the camera, are you?
No, not
Okay,
at all.
Joe's the
And
everyman.
Joe is the everyman. So he's us, right? And what the doctor tells him is, you're dying of this brain cloud. You got maybe 6 months. Then he gets offered an opportunity by a rich guy to go to the Waponi tribe out at a volcano, which is like an island. And he's got to go out there and he has to jump in the volcano because the Waponi people believe that that will save the volcano god and save their people.
Waponi.
Waponi. So, Joe decides he wants to die for something real, something beautiful, and he's going to be a hero if he sacrifices himself for the good of the Waponi tribe.
By jumping in the...
By jumping into the volcano. And then he falls in love with one of Meg Ryan's characters. Actually, he falls in love with each of them, more or less. But the third one's the one he really liked. And then the ship, like, sinks and whatnot. And it's like, I don't want to get into it too much, but they do find their way to the island. And you'll never guess what their favorite drink is. The Waponi tribe.
Mucus.
Orange soda.
Orange soda.
And I think this is one of those moments they should cut that clip out of the movie. They're going to cut Donald Trump out of these movies. They're going to do all this other stuff.
Because it's orange?
Yes, because do you know who invented orange soda?
Donald Trump?
Adolf Hitler. Fanta. Hello?
You mean like Volkswagen? Not Donald Trump, but Hitler invented Volkswagen. But all these people were driving Volkswagens
See what I'm
around,
saying?
and they would roll down the window of their Volkswagen, and they yell at other people, "Nazi!" And it's like, what?
They should melt
You're
down.
driving a Volkswagen.
They should melt down all the old Volkswagens, and then they should mold them into brand new Volkswagens. All of them. That's what I think.
And yeah, they should cancel the whole Volkswagen whole thing.
But my point is that old Joe was a hypochondriac. And they convinced the hypochondriac that he was a hero if he sacrificed himself for a bunch of people we didn't know.
Ah. So they manipulated him by lying to him, making him think that he was saving other people, when in reality he wasn't saving anybody.
Well, and whether or not he was saving them may have been
Here, I'm going to be Joe.
understood.
I'm going to be Joe versus the Volcano today. Can I be Joe too?
You're going to be the everyman.
I'll be the... But I got...
We're going to mask up, Jeff. I started a trend. Look at me.
I'm going to mask up. Actually, I just want to wipe my nose.
I'm just setting them up for my Andy Kaufman moment later.
All right, then.
Or somebody else can play me. They come in and wear a mask and play me on the show.
Outpost Survival Tip of the Week.
I like this one. I really like this one, man.
This week's Outpost Survival Tip of the Week is
pretty sure
a good idea to keep a survival manual or survival booklet or a survival guide in your bug out bag, in your vehicle, at home. Read one, have one available to you. But the point of a survival
which
guide...
leaves you can eat, which ones you can't.
Well, the point of survival guide, if you know, let's say you know everything there is to know about survival. Let's just assume that's the case.
Well, you do. Let's assume you do.
But let's say...
Let's not assume I do, because I don't think anyone's going to believe your
you
story.
fall and hit your head and you're knocked out. And you have somebody with you who does not know anything about survival.
I don't like this story.
What I do is I keep one of these. This is a miniature. You can't... I should install that camera, dude.
Dude,
that
you
one.
do. You should. We'll do it next week.
This is the... you can't see it because of the paper. Probably won't be able to see it here either. No, can't see it. See how close I can get. Yeah, there you go, close. Boom.
Boom.
SAS
Boom.
Survival Guide.
SAS, huh?
SAS Survival Guide.
Is that the British Secret Service?
It is. The SAS is the British Secret Service.
Yes. Okay. Just.
I keep one of these in my bug out bag all the time, because even if I know what I'm doing, or if I come across a situation where I don't know what I'm doing, this gives other people information about animals and
like
plants.
if you get bit by the snake, and you're the one that's incapacitated,
or let's say
or you can't do it for
I'm
yourself,
out of it,
then you got
let's say I'm knocked out and we need somebody to make us a trap, or we need somebody to make us a shelter. So I keep one of these in my bug out bag all the time. I use the SAS Survival.
And you've got one for your wife's bug out bag, I'm sure.
I do. I also downloaded a survival guide on my phone, but the original SAS Survival Guide was this one.
I like that one.
This one.
That's a badass. Dude.
See if I can. There. Oh, that's even better. Look at that.
There you go.
SAS Survival Handbook.
That's pretty cool.
So the SAS Survival Handbook. SAS Survival. And look.
Dude. Poison sumac, dangerous animal,
look,
treacherous cliff, leeches.
SAS Survival Guide, and that one's the SAS Survival Handbook. I think they're written by the same person.
This is what I'm talking about. See?
Yeah, well, this has the same as that.
Can you see that? I don't know if I can see that. I'm trying to.
You do it like
poisonous plants.
Like this.
I don't have a jacket like that, so.
Plants.
Poisonous plants and whatnot. See?
Plants.
Which ones you can eat and which ones you can't.
Plants.
Because ain't there milk thistle? Ain't that like pain relief or something?
There's a whole bunch of good plants out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, but this one's the same thing. This one has.
Dude, this is bad.
This one has. See.
Drowning, electrocution, not breathing, and no pulse.
This one has all the plants and animals.
That's awesome.
And the plants and animals in this one are under the section
burns and shock.
Health.
Fractures.
The plants and animals are under the category health. They're under the category health.
Yeah.
See, look, health.
Health. Waterborne
Health.
disease. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
So
boarding an inflatable dinghy.
There are a bunch of survival guides out there.
cold climate.
You should get one that you're
protection.
comfortable with reading, comfortable with the techniques that are in there. The reason I picked this one, even though it's a British one, is because that book has every climate, basically everywhere in the world that you would be. This has a section about that: cold weather, hot weather, deserted weather, urban, woodland, whatever. Dry areas, wetlands, whatever. It's got information about what.
It says, remember, do not drink seawater.
No.
Do not drink urine, despite what you saw in that 127 hours or whatever days. Or...
You remember that guy with no shoes that walks around and he was with that other guy? The guy with no shoes actually said to the guy in dual survival, the guy with no shoes, Cody, his partner guy was like, yeah, I'm in the desert. I'm going to pee into this. I'm going to drink my pee. And Cody's over there going, do not drink your pee. Don't do that. The guy goes, look, I'm going to drink my pee. And he goes, no, don't do it. And the guy drank his pee.
And then he got sick.
He didn't get sick or anything, but he drank his pee. And Cody's sitting back going, don't do that. So the guy
Try not to pee is what I heard.
The guy that never wears shoes.
To pee.
The guy that never wears shoes.
Your body
no matter what episode they're on, if they're in the mountains, if they're in the snow, if they're in the desert, if they're running through stickers in Africa, whatever, this guy never wears shoes. And he's telling the other guy, don't drink your pee. Now think about that.
Yeah, that's something. It says, do not drink alcohol.
No.
Okay. Do not smoke.
Nope.
Unless it's weed. Oh, wait, that's not in there.
Nope.
Just do not smoke. Do not eat unless water is available. Okay. Sleep and rest are the best way of enduring periods of reduced water and food, but make sure you have adequate shade when napping during the day, because the sun dehydrates you. If the sea is rough, tie yourself to the raft. Oh yeah, this is treatment of, treatment of seawater, water for fish, fishing and birds and food and stuff like that when you're at sea.
When you're at sea, that's survival
Seaweed,
at sea.
Yeah. Dangerous fish, tells you which ones are poisonous, which ones are aggressive.
My wife and I play survival video games, and all of the survival video games have where you eat or drink, and when you eat certain foods, your hydration goes down, and you need to find more. R. Kelly approved survival, drinking your own urine.
Yes. Your wife is.
So, anyway, even the video games are trying to teach people this survival stuff. There's some video games actually that are really good with helping you learn a little bit about survival, but I wouldn't do everything in the video games. There's a game called Subsistence.
Yeah, most games are very irresponsible, dude. They could teach you things.
The game Subsistence is really good at getting you focused on finding food, scavenging for food, finding water, purifying water. You know, we even in the video games that we play, you have to actually boil your water before you can drink it, or you get dysentery. And it shows you a little icon of your butt with poop coming out of it. If you don't.
Ew.
You like that? You like that book? Isn't that cool?
I like that a lot. That's pretty cool, man. I'm gonna have to check that out.
And it's all the shelters and everything.
Yep.
Now, this is the first book that I had, and I had this in my bug out bag for the longest time. This
that's a very heavy book.
And then my wife got me this one, the SAS Survival Guide instead of the handbook. They have the exact same information. Exactly the same information, almost on the exact same page.
Yeah, except that one's maybe a little bit more descriptive or something.
No, same exact stuff. See?
That's weird.
Same exact stuff. And you can go in here and you could find the different thing. And then in here you could find the exact same thing.
That just seems like there's a little
fungus
among us.
Anyway, so
cool.
That is the Outpost Survival Tip of the Week.
Yay! I like that one.
I like that one.
I like that one a lot.
This next segment is brought to you by Pizza Shop. You can visit Pizza Shop in Kearney in the Orchlands parking lot, St. Joe in the Baskin-Robbins parking lot, Savannah on the historic downtown square. And I haven't been able to go to Pizza Shop in a while, and technically their sponsorship is expired, but I still have pizza coupons left, so I still talk about them.
My problem is I can't get up here to get the pizza.
Pizza. And the pizza's pretty good.
I know.
If you eat it hot.
Try it. Yeah.
And if you don't eat it hot,
Probably not
it's
good
still
the
okay.
second day.
But look how
Pizza.
far the.
What happened?
Oh,
What's happening?
oh, Doc.
Is that you fucking around? That's not.
You see the microphone?
See it now. I see a red little. What's
Boy,
it
that
called?
makes me mad. I'm gonna go. There.
That's you.
Boom. You can't see it. Oh, I forgot to mute my phone.
You did. Jeff,
Look at
you're
me.
out this week, bruh.
So 420.
All right, so 420 time. So I kind of told you what happened.
Yeah.
I was cruising along, just smoking. Look, and I know what some people think, but for whatever reason, weed doesn't affect me the same way it does other people, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't knock me on my ass. Doesn't make me want to sleep. Now, I'll say this. I had a little trouble when it got real loud. And I started having all this designer stuff.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get out of the couch comas. You know? But it just takes a little bit of mind power, a little bit of, you know? And then for me, it's just like cigarettes. Except, you know. And they have cigarettes now that you can smoke. And I'll tell you this. For them, get you through a day better than a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's the CBD cigarettes. I don't know if I've shown those before, so I don't know if the people out there have seen them or whatever. You get them at American Shaman.
Yeah.
You can buy them by the pack. You can buy them by the carton. They also have like the little sample packs for like $3, man. There's 4 cigarettes in there.
Very nice people at
Yes,
American Shaman.
and it to be honest with you, for 75 cents, it's worth the 15 minutes where you just don't have any pain. It's really nice.
You like American Shaman?
I really like American Shaman's products, and I think that part of that is because they're the best, but also they have great discounts. I lock the doors.
I was looking at your hat. I've got a sweater that's like that.
Yeah.
Is that where you got that?
From your sweater? No.
One of the sweater shirts I had?
Not from yours, no.
Oh.
From mine that was like it.
But American Shaman?
I do like American Shaman. They have a better product. They're more costly, but they have a lot of different discounts to put towards it. So if you have legitimate issues with being able to afford it, you get 15% if you're military. There's another one for people who are in hospice and whatever. I can't remember the number. I'm not even going to pitch it out there, but it's more than 25 if I'm not mistaken.
We are talking to American Shaman about them possibly being our guest speakers for our Comedy Vets Outpost Survival workshop for veterans to help with
so
depression,
nice.
anxiety, and PTSD and pain.
So nice.
Of course, pain.
Because obviously I'm an idiot and never got around to doing that. Seeing if they'd sponsor us or anything.
Well, I'm just going to have them come in and guest speak. You know, get a group of veterans in here.
Yeah,
and then
right now they're a pseudo sponsor.
Have them explain, you know, what different products could help with anxiety and depression and PTSD, you know. And of course, a lot of times if you help with pain issues, you help with anxiety and stress.
And if you're listening to this and you have PTSD or you have head issues, be careful with the CB Go. But I'll tell you this, man, I am really looking forward to trying their moon rocks.
Is that CB Go?
No, this is CBD. This is pain relief CBD.
Yeah.
This is a different company.
Go. Yeah, you got to block it. Yeah. Yeah, go like this.
Oh.
No. Oh. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
The thing, you know, the thing. Come on. The thing. Dang it.
They played a video.
Here.
They played a video.
Why does it do it over here? Look.
Crap.
Hey.
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 But the reason I like these here.
You want to get some CBD?
Yeah.
Want to buy some?
It's Solar Ray Leaf Therapeutics, okay?
Boom.
Non-GMO, which is important. But it also has, along with the 15 milligram hemp complex, which is it's a good dose, right? It's a good sized dose, but it's not like knock you out, right? Organic turmeric, organic boswellia, organic ginger, organic Google. I don't know what that is. Then black pepper, which if you don't know this, black pepper helps with the absorption of the turmeric. Because turmeric can be very astringent on the stomach. Astringent? Is that the right word? I hope that's the right word.
We'll talk about it after this break.
Coriander
Richie.
extract and rosemary extract. Okay, so I take these because they're good for the internal aspects of it, but nothing beats the American Shaman.
I'm gonna off that light. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. I saw that too, but hey, it's not in the screen anymore. But to treat the outside, I prefer American Shaman's body cream. The pain relief cream that they use is phenomenal. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's so much better, bro. Totally better. All right. So, anyways, I prefer the American Shaman pain relief cream, but there are other options out there. I'll be honest with you, there are a lot cheaper options. When the Chiefs were playing, they had a special. If the Chiefs won, then you come in the next day on Monday.
We did that once.
Yes, dude. Oh,
when the Chiefs won.
When they got 38-24, I got them good on that.
Yeah, I think we went there on that day.
I went there, got a couple packs of smokes, a 2-ounce bottle of cream. Anyways, so my wife just tried the bath bomb, which I got her for Christmas. I got her a bath bomb, and then I got her another one for Valentine's Day. So she's gonna be using that one soon, I'm sure. But and she cut them in half, and they work really good.
Huh.
So she didn't even have to use the whole bath bomb. But that was advice from one of the workers from one of the American Shamans that I shop at. But anyways, yes. So American Shaman is like a pseudo show off the trophy.
Yeah. After this.
Oh yeah. Was that for March something or other?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to give him some money or something, man.
I don't know.
I forgot.
I'm trying to
There's
find
an entry fee.
I'm trying to find the post for it.
You know I'm good for it, Richie.
I'm trying to find the post for it.
Oh yeah. Well, anyways, so if you're out there and you're smoking a lot of weed for pain, which is basically what I used it for a long time, and I didn't realize how bad my pain had gotten until I quit smoking weed for a while. I had to quit smoking for like a week to get that job. Well, it's maybe a little bit more.
Boy, that really bugs me.
But yeah, so I'll tell you what, I was in a lot of pain. I was like, honey, I don't even know if I can do this job. And then, of course, I started smoking weed again. I'm good. So I take it internally. I do smoke the CBD cigarettes for 15 minutes of complete pain relief.
Take it internally.
And I smoke a lot of weed, man. I don't know. That's my thing. And I know, regrettably, once in a while I smoke it around the kids. But other than that, man, I try to be real.
I want to start smoking pretty soon. Smoking some turkey and smoking some beef and some venison.
Cool, because I'm gonna be high. And
I learning how to smoke.
So you might want to get that hooked up for me, bruh.
What bugs me?
You want to bring that next week?
What bugs me a lot is when I'm looking for a post, right? And I'm like, okay, I'll just go click my feed. I know it's in here, and then you click it, and nope, you can't find none of it.
Interesting.
You can't find it at all. It's like, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? What up with that? What is up with that?
I am unsure.
Here it is. All right, so you ready for the break?
Yeah, let's do a break.
Okay, here's the break.
Boom.
The break.
Break. Down. Oh no, wait. I did that already.
We're gonna take the break. Basically, the break is gonna be this.
Seeker. Boom, baby.
There it is. It's back.
It's like
I accidentally unplugged it. Okay, Saturday, March 13th, last comic standing at the American Legion Post 33 in Cameron. And let's see. There's going to be a winner take all last comic standing contest, 2 rounds. First 5-minute rounds goes out, second blah, blah, blah. I can't read the whole thing. Anyway, so it's a lot of stuff going on. What is that? Last comic standing thing. Am I supposed to read that whole thing?
I don't know. Can you use that name? Ain't that trademarked?
No, did you scroll where he was talking, or did you talk to him?
What do you mean? I don't know.
Have you been talking to him?
I have not been talking to anybody, dude. You've been sitting here watching me.
Well, he had a comment on there. What do you do?
Look at all these comments.
Get rid of it?
I don't know. What happened?
I don't know. He commented. Anyway, I saw him comment.
Yeah,
You
why
saw...
are their comments not up here, dude?
I don't know.
Because look, it says commented on by, commented on by, commented on by.
That's weird.
Alright, I don't know what's going on. I quit. I'm not messing
Anyway,
with that tonight.
last comic
Listen,
standing.
We
and
come here to do our
this-
thing, have some fun, make some people
That's
laugh.
the trophy.
Hopefully. I
The
like
last
that
comic
trophy.
standing.
That's bad.
Trophy, Woe Entertainment, last comic
Woke
standing.
Entertainment? Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Warrior
Whoa.
Outdoors.
I gotta remember to put that back.
Okay. Put that back.
So last comic standing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. It'd be open to the public, must be 18, $5 at the door to watch, and $50 entry fee if you want to be one of the participants in the contest. It's gonna be a winner take all, but half of the proceeds goes to veteran suicide prevention and awareness, and then half goes to whoever the winner is of the contest.
That's awesome.
So yeah. So there. I mentioned that. So that's basically the commercial. That's the break. I mean, I guess I could do one of these, but if I did, I'd have to like go like this. I'd have to go.
How'd you like to eliminate your expensive cable bill forever, or get new satellite internet where cable can't go? Well, now you can have affordable satellite
You can barely
internet
hear it,
service for a few dollars a day. All you need is a mini satellite installed, and you can have unlimited internet connections.
Yeah,
In your home world.
I'm tired of that. I'm done with that. Okay, so yeah, Richie, we can't see your comments anymore. I don't know if Facebook is messed up, but we did it.
They got mad at me.
No,
shut.
I don't know if I want to do. I don't know. I want to do this one first, but it's not called that anymore. It's called Conjecture or Fact. Conjecture or Fact, right? Did I spell it right?
Sure. Looks like it. Get it.
Conjecture or Fact. Okay, and this week's Conjecture or Fact, basically the dealio is okay. During the sporting event that happened last week, did you realize that over 1 million chicken wings were consumed just during that sporting event?
Which sporting event?
The one that happened in Florida. You know, that one where it was the racist guy going up against the racist team going up against
The fake mixed guy. Yeah.
They got two racist teams going against each other, apparently. I don't know. But the point is,
Races against Native American. That's right.
during that event that was going on, over 1 million chicken wings were consumed in that one day alone. In the United States, over 1 billion chickens are consumed in the United States alone. Over 1 billion. That's a lot. That's a lot of chicken.
I
Now
love me
think
some
about
chicken.
that. Think about how long it takes a chicken to go from egg to full grown to be viable enough to be able to be butchered and then sent to market. Then also add to that how long it takes not only for it to go from an egg to being an adult, but how long it takes to then process and butcher and deliver all of that meat. Okay. Now consider the fact that, have you ever noticed that some chicken patties, chicken nuggets, chicken fingers, chicken tenders, chicken wings that are
Chickens
boneless
don't
chicken
have
wings,
fingers. I call bullshit.
they don't actually
Sorry.
look like chicken? You notice that they don't have the fibers like chicken?
Yeah.
Here's
I get
why.
your point.
Conjecture or fact. It's up to you, the viewer, the listener, to tell me if you think that what I'm about to say is conjecture or fact. Here we go. So it's legal in the United States for somebody to sell meat if it's made from any part of that animal they can call it that animal. So there was a point in time there where they were taking chickens and they were cloning them so that they could have cloned chickens. Then they would take chickens and then they would genetically modify those chickens so they would grow faster and they would produce more meat quicker.
And there are ways to do that without playing with the genes too. You can change.
Then that wasn't fast
them,
enough.
You can,
all those things weren't fast enough.
I get you.
So what they did was they came up with a process to be able to create proteins in a laboratory to be able to duplicate the proteins in a laboratory. So instead of duplicating or cloning a full-sized chicken, all they had to do then was to duplicate the protein, the cells of the chicken. And because they're cloning and duplicating the protein of the chicken, they can still legally call it chicken. So there was
So it's like the poop meat kind of stuff.
years ago, there was this pink goo controversy that certain restaurants had certain items that were originally pink goo that was then shaped and made into the shape of something. That's why certain chicken nuggets all look identical. They have like 2 or 3 shapes for those chicken nuggets, or chicken wings, or chicken fingers, or chicken patties. They're all
the
shaped,
meat's processed, right? I get that.
So they're all shaped the same way, and they put them through the
That's
process.
weird though. Goo. Yeah. Gives you a weird connotation.
So, if you think of like Soylent Green or
Soylent Green is people.
the three movies that had something
Spoiler
close
alert.
the 3 movies that had something close to this were Soylent Green,
I love it.
Snowpiercer,
Oh yes.
and The Matrix.
I called that one.
And The Matrix.
The Matrix.
And in The Matrix, when they came out of The Matrix, they had to make this protein thing that was duplicated proteins, and they were eating the goo.
Everything that the body needs. It's not everything.
And
that
even
the
in
body
that, they
needs.
said, "Why is it that everything tastes like chicken?"
Yes, they have the argument.
They have the
there was
argument.
another thing there too, but they cut it out.
Well,
I have the screenplay.
the whole chicken, the whole chicken.
I wanted to write a screenplay. I figured if you had one, you can kind of use the format they use.
So this
Especially
conjecture
a
of fact
successful
is
movie.
there is no way to process enough chicken that's being consumed worldwide, or even in the United States, in a year to keep up with the demand of how much is being consumed. So, the whole thought process is that maybe it's not chicken, it's chicken protein, and you're not actually eating chicken. You're eating something that's just chicken
like
protein.
Chick-fil-A.
And how comfortable are you with eating genetically altered, genetically modified, or even just duplicated protein?
Well, even better.
I was hoping my wife
man.
would jump in on this because
check
she's
this
got
out.
2 things she wanted to say about this.
Well, how about since we're doing conjecture or fact? how
Is it
about
part of
we
this?
Yeah, sure. Because now we're talking about food and food production.
Yeah.
And we had talked earlier about the day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't know if you noticed what's going on outside, people. I know you have, because we just talked about it.
Snowpiercer.
But yeah, it's crazy cold, and here's the irony of that.
All across the country.
Yeah,
All
and
around the world.
If it stays like that, then how are we going to grow our own food?
Yeah.
Yeah. I told my wife I'd rather have rabbits than chickens.
Because you can grow rabbit. You can
And
do
they
rabbits
breed
inside. Well,
fast.
not only that, every part of the rabbit's useful. The fur, the bones,
Yes.
every part of the rabbit's
See?
useful. And I told my wife that also.
And the first thing they're clamping down on is chickens, because you can't have free range chickens now. You're going to have to tag them and do all that other stuff, just like you do cows.
But consider this, Batman. Riddle me this.
Riddle you this? Okay.
Recently, a sandwich company that was making sandwiches, and the sandwich company, oddly enough, was named after the United States version of the Underground from Europe.
I like it. Okay.
And this company, it was well, actually it's a legal thing, so I could say it, right? Because that's real. I can mention, right? It's not.
I don't know. Are you
Anyway,
gonna
so there's
slander them? You may not want to use their name. That way you can have an outlet.
Well, I read. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Don't read that. We're gonna get to that in a minute. I read that Subway is being sued because they were selling tuna sandwiches, and people
And it was tuna goo. Oh.
They tested the tuna, and there was no tuna in the sandwich. There was no fish in the sandwich. There was no
chicken goo.
No animal at all in the tuna sandwich.
That's bad.
They were selling tuna-ish, tuna-flavored, tuna-like sandwiches, but they weren't tuna. So they were
How did
getting
they figure
sued.
out there was no tuna in it?
They had it tested. They had it tested. They went to multiple locations and had it tested.
Right, but you know what I'm saying. Something has to be brought to their attention, or they're not just going to walk around and decide to test that shit.
It's like imitation crab.
Stuff.
Imitation crab. Somebody looks at imitation crab, and when you taste it, if you've had real crab, you can taste imitation crab and you'll go,
different. The consistency is very
there's
different.
something wrong here. Well, apparently
It's almost like the difference between the string cheese that you peel apart and regular cheese.
Yeah.
Right.
So
one crumbles and one peels.
Apparently somebody had figured
strange.
out that the texture was a little off, a little different, and,
Right.
and they had it
Okay.
tested and they sued. So currently there is a lawsuit, or the lawsuit is pending, or somebody got. So there was a lawsuit with Subway, where Subway was selling tuna sandwiches that didn't contain any tuna.
Well, allegedly.
So well, that's what they're saying. Yeah.
Allegedly.
So you know, you think about that. Conjecture of fact that it's actually pink goo, or chicken protein
Didn't
that you're
McDonald's
eating.
have a similar
That
thing
was the
with
pink goo thing. Yeah.
McNuggets?
I didn't mention it, but yeah, that was it.
Okay.
There's the pink goo thing with McDonald's.
I was just curious because I remembered hearing about something like that.
But
so
they had
I
actual
thought,
chicken.
man, I wonder
They
if
had
that's-
actual chicken in it, because what they were doing was they were taking chicken parts
right
and things that you
right,
would
and they're
normally not.
processing it
Yeah.
so that you would
Like the bones and everything were ground down to the point that it was
See, but
edible.
the bone marrow is good for you. So
What I'm saying, everything was ground down so it was edible. So
McDonald's was doing it for our own benefit because they care about
Okay.
us.
so
All right, so what's next?
well, no, we're still on this. My
Oh.
my lovely lady
Ordered baby parts.
Melissa Sue in the chat says aborted baby
somebody
parts.
got sued
They
for that
admitted
as well.
selling baby parts. Maybe they're supplementing the meat supply with aborted fetuses.
Yeah.
She believes, Melissa Sue believes that elites eat babies. Millions of babies are killed every year. They're not going to waste parts. And think about this.
the achrome addicts.
Why do most people not call them babies in the womb? They call it what do they call it now? There's a mass of tissue. It's just tissue. It's a mass of tissue.
Mhm.
So if they take that mass of tissue and they grind it up and put it in your chicken patty,
It's just tissue.
it's just tissue. And if, let's say, 95 or 75 or even 99% of the patty is chicken, but 1% of it is ground up aborted baby fetuses, but it's actually just tissue.
Well, listen, man, if you're going to go that route, I'll say this to you. I mean, there's a reason why they continue to do this, and they sell that's funny. Sell the stem cells. I know it just sounded funny before.
According to Book of Eli, if you hold out your hand and you shake and you got the shakes, it's because you're a cannibal.
Right.
Michael J. Fox.
I don't know about that.
He shakes because the time travel.
I told you it might be Kuru.
You know,
it's a
it's
symptom
time-
of Kuru.
Time travel.
Time travel,
Yeah.
He really had to time travel to study for the role.
Because if you noticed in 12 Monkeys, the TV series, and even the movie in 12 Monkeys, when they're
I didn't
time
see
traveling,
the TV series. I'm
they
so
they
mad.
have the time travel shakes in that too.
Oh wait, we might have Hulu now. Ooh.
Time travel.
Okay, time travel. Yay.
Oh.
All right, next.
Next up is if I can get up there. Oh, I was on the wrong screen. Yeah. Prison rules.
We talk about the craziest things.
Prison rules.
Prison rules. Yeah, man. So for those who don't know, at my house we don't have house rules anymore. We have prison rules.
Prison rules.
Like we don't have dental floss at my house.
Dental floss.
No dental floss because apparently my 5-year-old, who is now 7, had a phase where she was training as an assassin, and even to this day she still ties stuff around my youngest neck, and I gotta stop her, like, quit. ain't Marilyn Manson's home. You can't make her walk around and bark like a dog. What's wrong with you? So, anyway, that's not what this week's about.
No.
I just wanted to explain where Prison Rules comes from.
Prison Rules came from that.
It's more about my kids, but it's a funny joke because my kids are as tough as any boy, right? And
can you say that still?
yeah, I can now.
No, I mean you're allowed
Equality.
to say equality.
What? If they were boys and I said they were as tough as any girl, I would probably be in trouble. But it's the other way around.
I got a friend named Tucker.
He's a mother.
And she is like a star wrestler in high school.
See? And I totally believe my oldest could do that, but she don't like to sweat. I just found that out recently. So, she finished up her commitment
like
to
to
me
sweat?
today. Which is...
Hey. Sorry.
Hey, you can't play that.
I'm pausing.
You can't play that while I'm trying to talk.
Yeah, I'm pausing it so I can look at
I
the
think
comments.
I sound like an idiot. I do. I sound like a cross between Christian Slater and Keanu Reeves.
You are not the
Right.
only one.
You think you sound or think that I sound like an idiot? So, anyways, today we went to jiu-jitsu so that my daughter can finish up her commitment to me, which was that she needed to finish out the money that we had set aside for her jiu-jitsu, and she also had to help her sister get acclimated and get started, right? Because her younger sister is just old enough to start. Anyways, and it seems like my youngest has taken to it pretty good, right? She really likes it. And my oldest, I don't know, she always doesn't want to go till she's there, and then she wants to go. It's weird. But today we walked in, and the place was packed. It was so packed that people were wrestling with each other and bumping into other people that were wrestling with each other. Like, they literally did not have enough room between them to wrestle.
Because it was full.
Because it was freaking full, dude.
They do wrestling downstairs.
There must have been 40 people in there on the mats, paired up. So 20 pairs of people. And it turns out a guy just came in from Brazil, I guess where he's from. And he came here to compete and won a couple of belts. So he won a couple actual MMA belts, which is pretty cool.
Was his name Tucker?
No, her name was not. I mean, his. But yeah, it was great, dude. I went in there. I was like, wow, this is phenomenal. So, and the guy had the whitest teeth I've ever seen. He had a white gi, pure, beautiful, bleach white gi. It was gorgeous. He turned around, I was like, oh my God, his teeth are whiter than his gi. I couldn't believe it, dude. I was like, are you kidding me? I just couldn't get it out of my head. His teeth were so white. And he did not speak English very well. And it looked like he had blown out his knee. But he was still in there getting it with these people. It was awesome to see. And he was talking to him at the end. He was very gracious, very humble. He seemed like a great guy. And he came in and half of the place was full of just his little followers or whatever. Yeah. So, Kronos. Shout out to Kronos and the Cavemen team and Rudy Bears. Rudy! Rudy Bears. There's a little shout out for you. He's in Raytown.
Rudy Giuliani.
If you got kids, there's probably still a little space. So at the end of it, at the end of this thing, my kids, I kept them quiet as long as I could, kept them seated as long as I could. As soon as these people broke, which was late, obviously, because they had all these people in there, my kids went nuts, running around, having a good time, screaming, hollering. They're on the mats, so like jumping on the heavy bags, you know, and knee drops, and like they're chasing each other and dragging each other by the feet. Dude, it was hilarious.
For some reason, I thought our show was an hour long.
Yeah, it's 2 hours.
Damn it. I'm totally gonna.
And Rudy comes up to me. We're 5 minutes in, right? My kids are already doing this. They're making just racket.
He made me shut off
Screaming
the
and
heater.
making racket. Yes, I did.
That's why I'm putting on my gloves.
Such a wuss. Anyways, my point is, they were running around in circles, being crazy. And Rudy comes up to me and he goes, "How mad would you be if we didn't have the kids' class today?" I said, "Well, I wouldn't be too mad, but how mad are my kids gonna be?" And he was like, "Well, how about if you just let me do a few things and we just let the kids run around for a little bit?" I was like, "Okay, and you don't charge me?" He laughed. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna charge you for today." So today I did not have to pay the $10 per child required to teach them. What?
Alms for the poor, sir.
Homes for the poor. So I say, "Don't I owe you money?"
No,
Okay.
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know. Do I? I hope not.
Maybe you have the brain fog.
I have the brain cloud.
Brain cloud. That's
I want my life to mean something. I'm gonna go jump into a volcano.
brain cloud.
Anyway, so this Brazilian dude was in there. It was really cool. And then the best part about all of this was while the kids were running around doing virtually no jiu-jitsu or anything, Daddy was hitting the bags. I haven't hit a heavy bag in so long, dude. And when I made it pop, I think he looked over because he thought it was going to be one of the kids. Like, oh my gosh, man, I hit that thing real nice, bro. Just gave it a nice little crack, you know, because it's been a while. I don't want to get to beating on it, man. My shoulders are shot. I'll mess myself up good, man. I gave it a nice look, and and then he realized it was me and an adult, and he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he kind of looked over again, like, you know, like it dawned on him. The reason I bring my kids there to learn to fight is because Daddy knows how to fight. I'm just old, right? So I got one good one left in me, and I figure if I'm gonna get hurt doing it, because I probably will, I'll probably throw out my back.
You have
or
gray
hit.
hair too on your beard.
Yeah. My wife's like, "Oh my gosh, what's the white?" There it is. She's like, "Oh my gosh, when did it
Look,
turn
but-
white? Look at
but-
that. That is not gray. That is a white
know, but-
streak."
Check it. Look. This is the white lines.
That's funny because that's I think the same kind of thing.
And then I got on my mustache. It looks like a booger hanging, but it's not.
It totally does.
It's just, it looks like a booger hanging right
It
there, but
totally does.
it's just a white on my lip right there. At least, wouldn't it be funny if I'm messing with it? And it wipes off. That'd be funny. So is that prison rules?
Yeah,
flip over your
that's
thing.
prison rules. Daddy,
Flip over your thing to let me know.
Daddy got to beat on the bags a little bit today, have a little fun, and then they brought their little friend over there to beat on me.
I was beating on the bags before I left the house.
Wow. Okay, that's why you were late.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope when I get old enough to roll over and accidentally crush my nuts on my side, that my wife is still around to love on me.
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying there.
When guys get old, their nutsack hangs, and when you roll over and you're old, your nutsack will flop over the side of your leg.
Just like her boobs. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
No,
My wife worries about that more than I do. I don't know.
Just tell her I took my kids to a birthday party, and the other kid's grandma was like, y'all don't have any balloons from, y'all have any like balloons? Here, let me make some balloon animals. She pulls out her boobs.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, a giraffe. A poodle. She's like, here, grab my boobie. And she threw it across the room.
All right, next.
Next. I don't even know what's next. Oh,
Number.
this next segment is brought to you by Pizza Shopping. Conveniently located in Kearney in the Orchlands parking lot, in St. Joe in the Baskin Robbins parking lot, and in Savannah on the historic downtown square. If you haven't tried it yet, ask for some pink stuff. Today's episode, Ghetto Chef.
Be careful asking for that pink stuff.
Now, lately we've been getting a lot of weird ingredients in the Ghetto Chef commodities box.
The pink stuff, the pink goo.
And I was gonna do turtle beans. You ever heard of turtle beans?
I'm not.
next week we'll look at turtle beans. But this week I thought it would fit with a theme if we did these things. Where if I can find them. Where did I put them? They're in here somewhere. I got a backpack. Oh, there they are. Speaking of goo, chicken in a packet. Chicken goo.
Chicken goo.
There you go.
Chunk
Now-
chicken breasts.
Now I had these. We got a lot of these.
Chickens don't have boobs.
I had some of these. Remember the chili bags like this?
Breast with white chicken breast with rib meat.
The same company made.
What does
the
that
chili.
mean with rib meat?
Well, I don't know.
understood that.
But I had these in my backpack. I left them in the van, and
They
they were
froze solid.
completely froze. So I
bet.
had to put those in the house
Water
and
in
grab
there.
these ones. So
Gotcha.
if you're in your commodities box, you get this little thing of
Excuse me.
chicken, which they should call probably pseudo chicken, in water, fully cooked. So you could eat this directly out of the bag if you wanted to. But what I like to do sometimes with this is, on the thing they show in a tortilla with vegetables and stuff.
Yeah,
you-
that's true. Yeah.
You could make like a chicken salad
Mhm.
out of it. But what I like to do is I like to get some macaroni and cheese, mix this into the macaroni and cheese, have chicken macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
Makes
yeah.
like a chicken
Yeah.
casserole.
All right. I get you.
Take some old stale bread, pop it in the toaster, crumble it up over the top of it.
Throw it back in.
You got you some cheesy chicken casserole right there. Very, very good. Very good idea.
Refrigerate unused portion. Who the
Yeah.
hell is going to have an unused portion?
Fully
of this?
cooked and ready to serve. So if you open
It's
this right now,
instructions. You don't open it right now. You
If-
got to read the instructions,
if
Jeff.
you open it right now, you can eat it.
No, you
Go ahead.
can't open. No, it says squeeze pouch. That's number one. Says squeeze pouch gently to break up chicken. Then it says terror cut open the pouch at the knot.
You know how you break up the chicken?
Then it says drain excess juices.
You know how you break up the chicken? You reveal to the one chicken that the other chicken's sleeping with the other chicken, and that's how they get broke up.
Well, you better have proof.
Gotta have proof.
Have proof.
So that was.
At least it's not
would
pink
you?
goo.
What would you make? Well, I don't know. What would you make out of that?
Oh, you already said it, dude. If I had to make it, I'd make some pasta, throw some cheese in it.
Yeah.
And if you got some Velveeta, cheese, like cheese packets and whatnot, those are
Yeah,
perfect.
that'd be cheese packets.
Throw that in
Or
there.
the
Boom. Done.
the government cheese chunks, those. It's not like the government cheese they used to have that was salty and more like cheddar. The stuff they do now is more like Velveeta, so it's like
yeah.
processed.
Yeah.
So that stuff melts a little bit easier, so you could do pasta, and you'll almost always get some cheese and pasta and maybe
Nice,
somebody.
yeah. So
You can have that one.
All right. Dog will have that one.
You can have that one.
It's
Because
gonna be
we literally
hungry when I
have
get home. I'm gonna heat it up real nice.
we
I'm gonna put some
literally
potatoes
have
in it.
thousands.
That'd be another thing you could use this for, by the way. Open face sandwich. How's that?
open face.
Yeah. We put the bread down and some potatoes, like some minced potatoes you could probably use. And you heat this up, put it over top. and-
Why is it that my comments aren't loading in the order that they were?
I have no idea, bro. I can't help you with that. I am techno idiot. So
It goes
sorry
from
about that.
look. It goes
It's just
from
the way it's
18
gonna
minutes
be,
ago.
man.
Look,
It's just the way it's
18
gonna
minutes
be.
ago, 40 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, 23 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, an hour ago. Well, why is it not in order? Facebook, why aren't the comments in order, bro?
They're mad.
Whatever.
They're mad.
Facebook.
Face.
So what's next?
Comedy.
Comedy horror.
Whore. You're a whore.
Comedy horror. Comedy horror.
Comedy horror. All right, so
We're gonna do judo after this, darling. So if you want to get that ready to go, no, we're gonna do the pet and then judo. So get that rolling.
comedy horror,
Comedy horror.
and I'm tired of working on Saturdays when I need to be up here doing my show,
Okay.
our show. I shouldn't say my show, but you know.
Actually, I'm just here for the ride.
Well, you're the producer, so it's our show.
I'm like a pilot.
You're a co-pilot. I don't think Eric's a pilot. We're both co-pilots, and we've got it on auto.
Do you know the
Anyways.
reference that I'm doing?
No.
in Idiocracy, they said, "Oh, it's okay, Scro. Even tards can have successful lives. My ex was a tard, and she's a pilot." And this is um, John Ross. Okay, you know that guy. What's his name? Ross. Bob Ross that does the paintings.
Mhm.
John Ross is a conservative guy that paints,
There's no relation.
and he makes fun of people when he's painting, but he paints like Bob Ross, but he's John Ross, and he's like, today we're gonna paint like an AOC. First, we're gonna start off with some give it away stimulus green here. Just give it away as much as possible. Always got to start off with a clean white canvas with some white privilege. Some starts with a white canvas. You got to cover up that white privilege
John
with some
Ross.
Democrat blue, and some stimulus money
I know,
green.
I'm so mad that they switched colors and nobody notices.
But no, they remember we talked about
every
this.
cycle, but
They
it's
used
not.
to. They used to.
don't.
They used to switch every
No.
cycle. They used to. They used to do it until Bush.
Yeah, but they only did it for like 3 cycles. It wasn't like they
Yeah.
always did it that way.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing. So he did it from 76, 80, 84, and 88. Yeah.
88.
So 4 cycles.
Yeah.
Anyways, where the hell was I?
Comedy horror. You got a new
That's
job.
Okay, I gotta get a new job so I can do my comedy on Saturdays. Damn it. Tired of this.
Hey, yeah.
Well, and I'm too old to do the job I'm doing now, man. I can't keep up with them young people nowadays. And then to come, do 95 deliveries in one day while it's snowing and ice everywhere with all these hills and stuff. And the dude's like, "Hey, we need to talk about your pace." I'm like, "Really?
Oh, and
Today.
what are you doing?
You couldn't wait for me to come into work tomorrow and say, 'Hey, I know yesterday was terrible.
What are you
but can we
slinging?
Make sure you're
slinging packages and
yeah."
stuff?
So
Whatever.
it's ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. I'm so frustrated with that.
On that
It
note,
doesn't make any sense to me.
my wife and I are thinking of starting a GoFundMe page. Get Melissa pregnant. GoFundMe page. We need to get $15,000 to get a round of, get my swimmers out because I had a vasectomy. Get my swimmers out and put them in her.
All right, man.
So,
I'll contribute.
well, you got to get that whole 15,000. We won't.
Well, I'm not gonna contribute a whole 15,000, bro. I might help. I'm thinking like $15. I mean, I love you and all, but I ain't trying to break my bank so you can reverse your swimmers.
That looks like a camera.
It does. Probably is. UCIA.
Who's that? Her name is Sia. Sia. See you later, Phoebe. See ya, Phoebe. Get it? Sia and Phoebe. Okay, we're gonna do the pathetic pet now.
Mm-hmm.
You said yes. Was that water or tea?
Water.
That's some weird color water there.
It's not a weird color of water. It's just a jar.
Oh, whiskey in the jarro.
Mm.
Whiskey in the jarro.
There's people like, "Oh, this smells like whiskey. This is awesome." Like, are you kidding me?
Today's pathetic pet of the week is Duke.
Duke. That sounds
no.
like a cool name. What's up, Duke?
I messed up. Okay, Duke.
Blue tick coonhound and Doberman, I'm guessing.
Well, let's see if there's another picture of Duke. Duke.
That's not just blue tick coonhound. Sorry.
All
right.
He's in Hamilton, Missouri, so he's right down the street. So if you wanted a blue tick coonhound named Duke, he's a young male, large, tricolor, brown, black, and white. The white, I guess, is this part underneath here, and brown is the face and the eyes. Almost like
there it says mix. I see it.
almost like a Doberman.
It says mix.
He's
He does look like a Doberman in the face. That's what I was saying.
He's loving and playful, very active. Of course, he's one of the big dogs that likes to get all this stuff going on there. Don't look at that. Don't look at it. Don't look at it yet. His vaccinations are up to date. He's spayed and neutered, or spayed and or neutered.
He's got his COVID-19 vax.
He's good in a home with other dogs, cats, children, animals, livestock. He ignores livestock.
I see that. Yeah, he's a blue tick though. So
He's full of energy, needs running all the time. Time and room to run.
Mm-hmm. Time and room. Yeah.
Okay. He is a compulsive digger when he gets bored.
Mm-mm.
Rides great. Rides what? Maybe in a
Probably
car.
In a car, yeah.
Plays
Right.
well with others.
All right. He's a very playful dog.
Against all odds, animal rescue in Hamilton, Missouri is where you can get him. You can call them at 816-564-6491.
Y'all call me when you get a little bully or something.
That's Duke.
Duke. What's up, Duke?
What's a blue tick coonhound? Mix.
A blue tick coonhound. Those are the ones with the crazy eyes and the spotted chest.
I'm assuming that this is the outside
See the crazy eyes? a
and
little
this is
bit?
the inside of this thing.
Maybe. I don't know. Poor
Crazy
guy.
eyes. I don't want to name my dog. I don't want to have a dog named after a tick that could like give them diseases. All right. Well, let's do comedy judo.
What?
It's not a dog.
Sorry, Duke.
It's
No
not
funny
it's not a
jokes
dog.
this week, buddy.
Boom. Comedy judo.
That's the picture, huh?
That's the picture. Let's make sure it's showing. Yes. That's the picture. Oh, did I mess up the audio? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still going? It's still going there. It's better. Boom. Okay. Give me a beat, boy. Soothe my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll.
That's good. I like
I'm
that
quoting
song.
I don't know what song it is.
I know. I can't remember either.
By like Alabama or something.
Drift away.
Is that by Alabama?
No.
Oak Ridge Boys.
No. No. I don't think so.
Leonard,
Somebody will know. Richie might know.
Leonard Skinner.
March 13th. March 13th. All right. I gotta remember that.
Boom.
All right. Are we ready? Are we
Ready.
doing this thing?
Here we go.
Are we gonna do the music with
Hey,
it?
we can't do the music because I don't want to hook it up.
All right. Well, whatever.
I'm afraid to hook
All
it up.
right. For those who can't see it, is a picture of Mike Lindell
He can.
shooting
Look,
a
they can see it.
high capacity pillow gun. What's really neat? It looks like it shoots pillow.
I like the
bags,
laser.
too, right?
Flashlight on the bottom. The flashlight on the bottom.
I know. It's so quiet too. Like I wonder if people are like, what is going on? I know, and it's hard to tell how long you've been writing too. Like, oh,
Here we go.
all right.
Okay.
You want to go first this time?
I could.
Yeah, you can go first.
So, David Hogg has recently announced that he is now going to have a new pillow company to compete with Mike Lindell's My Pillow. In response, Mike Lindell has decided to tap into the firearm niche with his new marketing campaign with his brand new My Pillow 15.
High capacity.
High
assault
capacity
pillow.
assault
All right,
pillow.
that's beautiful.
Take aim at sleep.
Take aim. The war against sleep.
The war against sleep.
Winning the war against sleep. That's great.
No. Wouldn't it be winning the war against insomnia? Taking aim at insomnia.
Winning the war against sleep. I like that.
Okay, your turn.
All right. So, new 3D printer from My Pillow. It fires. You can build a 3D gun that fires pillow bags, which Mike Lindell likes to use so that he can torture the violator later. Also, you can sleep on it as a pillow, or in emergency situations, use it to knock squirrels from a tree.
But
The new survival high capacity assault pillow.
after new
My Pillow
restrictions,
15.
on firearms from Senate and House in recent days, Mike Lindell has released his new My Pillow 15 in response to that, which is perfect for the police departments around the country that are being defunded and told that they need to use less lethal weapons.
How do we not talk about that?
Lethal weapons. Look,
Less lethal weapon. Right.
because they're supposed to have less
Right.
lethal.
Right.
There you go.
right.
Hopefully, he'll shoot some of these peaceful protesters who are burning down buildings and make them just go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
Right. So next is taking out the trash, huh?
I believe.
Yeah, because we're a diplomatic pet.
Boom! Taking out the trash.
Oh, can we talk about what happened?
You can talk about whatever you
They
want.
voted, man. They
They voted.
voted.
Wait, hold on a second.
The idiots in the Senate voted.
We got this giant group of people that said this is unconstitutional,
Mhm.
and all of them
Two of the ones who said it was unconstitutional voted.
for it
Yes. Oh, one.
had to be
it'd
11.
One.
They had to have 11.
No, they need 11 more. They needed 10 more, actually, because 57 voted to impeach.
That's what I'm saying. They needed
10.
of those 44 that voted that it was unconstitutional. They
Yeah,
needed
they need-
11 of those to jump to the other side.
Oh, gotcha. Right. But one of them did. One of them changed his mind about it being he changed his mind about it being constitutional because he saw the edited video that was almost like a music video they put together. The edited video that they played. And then the genius was someone put out a video that was edited. And it was of the Democrats saying fight like hell. And talking about the Black Lives Matter riots and whatnot over the summer. I was like, yes. So if you haven't heard, POTUS, and I take a lot of pride
Was
in calling
acquitted.
him that,
If it don't fit,
was acquitted
if a glove don't fit,
post-mortem, I should say. And I'll say this to you too. You know, a lot of these news outlets are still calling him the president. President Trump.
you know
And
why?
It confuses me because they shouldn't be, and they should be so anti-Trump because they are, but they keep calling him that.
They called him former President Trump for a extended period of
like a
time.
week.
Right. And then when
immediate-
this thing would happen,
immediately
they started calling him president again.
so you would feel like he's still in office or something.
Well, let me tell you something.
But I was wondering if maybe Biden wasn't duly elected and they know it. And so they were trying to impeach him so that he can't come back and claim it
All of these people
if they go through all these court cases.
that voted that it was constitutional or voted to impeach Trump.
Yeah,
I've got a list of all of them, and here's why. Get a list of all of them and vote them out of office next time around.
Let's do it.
Just vote them out of office. It's
Yep.
not that hard. Just vote them out of office.
Well,
It-
apparently it is, because now they've proven that you can change the rules right before the election, that you can kick observers out, that you can pull votes out from underneath a table to count
Oh, speaking
when
of that,
you've sent everyone home
Did you
because you
hear?
told them that you stopped counting.
did you hear recently?
These are things, listen, you can say what you want to, but these are things that are actually documented.
Did you hear what happened at 3:00 in the morning last night?
What?
3:00 in the morning last night, The
Biden
Chiefs,
signed another
the Chiefs
executive
won the
order.
Super Bowl. They found 13,000 more points for the Chiefs.
They found 13 more points that the referees had stolen from them.
No, 13,000.
But it wasn't enough to overturn the game.
Hey, this is what I gotta tell you. Those of
That's
you who think
terrible, man.
those of you who think that voting doesn't do any good and that they've broken the system and
They
all that
have.
stuff, go out
And
there and
they've still
vote.
got the-
Here's why. If you go out there and vote, let's say you go out there and vote, and vastly more people go out and vote, even if they try to cheat the vote,
That's what happened with this last time.
they're going to
I'm
have
telling
more
you.
people voting.
That's
It's
what
going
I'm
to
saying.
become so obvious. Have you watched the Mike Lindell documentary?
No. He has a documentary.
Mike
for real?
Lindell has a documentary
No
where he goes to
way.
breaks down this whole thing, and he's like, "We have proof," and he breaks it down and he goes through the whole
That's
thing,
proof.
and he
And just because it's not enough to overturn the election, it's okay
no,
to
they have
commit voter fraud
they-
as long as it doesn't affect the
they've
election.
added enough of this information into the lawsuits because they're still moving forward with the lawsuits.
Oh yeah, they should. And that's why I was saying before about
So-
the Biden thing, and maybe that's why they're trying to
Well,
impeach
check
him.
it,
So
check it.
even if he's successful, he
You
can't
should-
come back in and take the office.
You should go get that video.
I'm going to.
Find it somewhere and get it because we downloaded it and watched it, and it was pretty good.
It's probably hard to find now.
Okay, let me tell you something. Here, just fair warning. Mike Lindell is one of the most boring motherfuckers to listen to in the world. It's so boring. It's like
He sells My Pillow on
Tell him.
infomercials, and his documentary is
Oh,
boring. That's
if
hilarious.
if you're let's say you were watching I don't know, Alex Jones, okay?
Okay,
Imagine
I
if you were
can't- I
watching
can't.
Alex Jones who's really calm, really relaxed, really calm,
No.
and just like, well, we're going to show you on this next clip what we think is going to just blow the whole lid off of this whole thing. Come on, man, more excitement. It's so boring.
I've got to see it.
It's got a lot of information, but it's boring. Boring as hell.
Check it out.
Hey, Mike Lindell, before you do a documentary, go take
Do it
some
like
crack.
an infomercial, man.
Remember back in the
Hyperbole is okay.
Remember back in the day when you were doing all that crack? That's the way you should be doing the commercial. Man, you got to check this out.
That's messed up. Remember when you had all that meth on tap?
Speaking of that,
Create that.
the town I live in, they were the mule capital of the world.
Mm.
And they said, so what are we the capital of now? And a majority of people are saying we are the meth capital of the world now, because there are so many. They had like a meth raid recently at a trailer park, and a whole bunch of people got arrested for distributing and partaking
Sounds
of meth.
very vague.
And I said we should be the cat capital of the world, because when you go to Casey's,
Mhm.
next to Casey's, there's like 15 to 30 cats. I don't know how many, because there's so many cats just huddled up in a ball. And when you walk over to them and you go, "Hello, kitty," all of a sudden they just take off running. Like all the cats just take off running.
So they have a cuddle puddle.
They have a cuddle. It's so weird. So if you want
That's
to
for you, Cody.
move where I live, apparently they have taken Independence's meth.
Yeah,
Meth
they took
trophy.
took their title from them. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna have to get to smoking out there in Independence. You have to
I
get to work.
blame Breaking Bad on the whole methamphetamine thing. I think they should cancel everything that has to do with Breaking Bad.
See, and I don't understand that. I don't understand why you would want to remove Donald Trump from Home Alone.
No, I
But-
almost brought you some. I had fruit stripe gum. I was gonna bring you some and give you a piece, right?
Mhm.
Because people are actually talking about banning and canceling fruit stripe gum, because fruit stripe gum
Because it doesn't have black pieces.
was in Home Alone 2, and Donald Trump was in Home Alone 2.
Nuh-uh.
Fruit stripe gum was the gum that the little kid gave to Rob Schneider.
Okay. Right, and I always thought that was some kind of weird, like,
And you people are driving Volkswagens.
you know what gate,
You're driving Volkswagens,
Shoppy gate.
calling everybody Nazis, and you're
It's so
driving
funny.
Volkswagens.
And the worst part, listen, the worst part is white people telling other white people how to perceive black people. okay, and trying to call other white people racist because they don't perceive
Okay.
black people the same way. Listen,
Section-
man, leave it alone. Black folks can tend to themselves, man.
Why would you
It's
need to
so
Hey,
ridiculous.
think about it.
It's like a weird kind of racism for white people.
Have you heard the new Kohl's commercial?
Morons?
We're
So
taking money. Kohl's
like
is
the
taking
masks.
Kohl's is taking money
Ridiculous.
to give to minority black children to empower them to take more STEM classes to get into sciences.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Well,
So
wait,
you as
that's
rich
not so bad though.
No, you as rich white people have to empower. That means you have the power, and you're going to give power to these black kids because you don't have the power. And what about all the little poor white kids or Latino
Well,
kids?
and that's what I would say.
What
is
about the
that
poor Mexican
unfortunate-
kids?
Yeah, unfortunately, it becomes
It should be
somewhat racially
kids.
motivated.
But it should
for
be
poor. Yeah, it should
poor
be
kids.
right.
It shouldn't be poor black kids. It should be poor kids.
But I also agree to some extent that when you see, statistically, when you see there are issues like that, you should find ways to fund programs to increase knowledge in those areas. And that's
There you go. Rumble, absolute proof.
it's on Rumble. I love Rumble.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mrs. Onyx.
Thank you,
That's
darling.
Awesome.
No, but
You
let
have
me
to rely on
blow
her.
your mind on this one because you just said something that I've had arguments with people about this before. Do you know what state in the United States has the worst record of
We're already in closing, aren't we?
yeah, worst record of like black kids graduating from high school and the worst dropout rate in the entire country?
Washington D.C.
Washington D.C. Do you know what state?
And now they're putting a wall up after
Do you know
telling
what-
Trump you can't put a wall
Do you know what
on
state?
the actual country border.
Do you know what
But you can
state-
put a wall on the District of Columbia border.
Do you know what state puts more money
Morons.
per child?
Morons.
Hey, you know
Well,
what state
okay,
puts more
sorry.
money per
I'm sorry,
child?
man. I'm off on a tangent.
You know what state puts more money per child into education and educational programs?
Who's that?
Washington D.C. Washington D.C.
They
puts
put more money
five
in
times.
and get less for their money.
5 times more money goes to each student in Washington D.C. And those students are still dropping out at alarming rates and still not graduating, still having a literacy,
Well, just
illiteracy
wait
rate.
until they start
It's
giving
high.
people money every month.
Well, here's the thing.
Just wait.
Why is that? If you could throw money at a problem,
Why
the
would you
problem
go to work if you just get checks?
if you could throw money
Stay
at a
at home.
problem and the problem will go away, then why isn't the problem going away if you're throwing that much money at it?
Well,
And you can't say it's a systemic racism thing because the people at the top in the educational system, the
Yeah.
people who run the educational system in DC, black folks.
yeah,
School
that's
board,
rough.
black folks. Teachers are the black folks.
Well, and let me say this to you too: if you're at a school, okay, and you're in charge of keeping the curriculum, and your thoughts are that the 0.1% of people who have identity crisis should be an important thing to cover in your school, then you are wasting children's time.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm going to say this to everyone else who's got a kid out there who struggles with whether or not they're a boy or girl. They're relying on their parents to tell them. Okay?
Yeah.
You only have 2 genders.
Scientifically proven, by
That's
the way.
it.
There
That's
was a,
it.
There,
Every animal on this planet.
there was a lady who actually came
you
out and
have
said
2 genders.
there was a lady that actually came out and
Can you
said
think
that
about Spanish?
there's a lady
Because
that
they have
came,
a male and female.
there's
Like,
a lady that came out with a scientific study that showed that there is 0 factors that indicate the sex of somebody, if they're going to be gay or straight or whatever, and they
that is not something you're born with.
they combine. Well, no. Here's the thing. She said that male and female,
Maybe I misunderstood what you're saying.
being male and female
Uh-huh.
is sex. Who you're attracted to. Male and female is sex. And if you are born a male and transition into a female, then there is no scientific thing that says that you can't do that. You know? And I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. But your
Okay.
argument is actually for the other side, not for your side.
Okay.
The
See.
argument's for the other side. Because there's XX and XY chromosomes. Men and women have different
Well, and that
X, Y,
can't
and
be
XX
changed.
chromosomes.
There is a group of people that want to change that, but then I would say to you, why would they want to change that?
Yeah.
Like, think of it this way, okay? No matter how many hormones you take to keep your original birth gender at bay, once you stop taking those hormones, your body goes back to it. So then I would say
Mostly, it does cause damage though.
it's just like the homosexuality thing. It was not a problem for like homosexual marriage and whatnot, things like that, until they brought it out into the media. Like I told when I lived in South Florida, I said, listen, man, all you got to do is just go and get married, and they have to turn you down. But if thousands of you do it at once, they can't anymore. It's just nothing they can do because they have to process it.
You ever
They
watch?
have to put the paperwork through a process. And so I always said there was no law that said they could not get married. They simply homosexual people who wanted to marry someone of the same gender.
They could get married at the church and
They
have
could
a civil union
they-
or have a thing
They
at a
could
church.
get married. It's just whether or not the state
Recognized it.
recognized it. And what we were really having was just like you said, a civil union became the compromise because people weren't getting their basic rights when their partner passed away. And I actually had a friend in South Florida who went through this when his partner passed away. And they had bought this real nice place and it was all run down, but the guy was a builder for a living, right? So they fixed it all up and it was worth like $750,000. And they didn't spend $100,000 to buy it. I mean, it's just a beautiful place. And they were trying to take it away from the guy who had lived with Marlo, my friend, for 20 years while he was fixing this place up. So when he passed away, they were trying to take it away from Ron. And he was like, wait a minute, man, I've been here the whole time. You guys don't even come down and see the place. You don't even visit, right? Because they had a thing because he was gay. So like they didn't really talk to him, which I thought was pretty crappy.
So that was basically
it's
the
not-
family. That wasn't even the state.
Right, but you get my point. But there was no law protecting Ron
Well, actually, there
to
is.
keep the money.
There is because there.
In
if
Florida, it's
somebody-
different.
If somebody has
They didn't.
a living will or a will, they can actually put that into the will in the living will, and even if their
Agreed,
family
and-
members
and
attack it,
that should have been
it's
something that
still
Marlo
legal.
had done. But what happened was he had gotten cancer, and it hit him very quickly, and he lost cognitive abilities. And it was just like once he found out, he went downhill so fast, so he had no time to do what needed to be done.
you ever heard
legally.
of Blair White?
Right.
Blair White is a conservative transgender woman. So she acknowledges that she was born a male. Biologically, she's a male.
Right.
She acknowledges that.
Transgender.
And she transitioned to be a woman. And she's very clear and open about it. And she's like, look, dude, the gay marriage thing, there wasn't really an issue with gay marriage.
No.
Everybody was cool with it.
And it's the same thing that's
and
going on with everything else now, with the masks.
The
and
gay
whatnot.
community, what the gay community was doing was saying, you know what? We want to integrate and we want to assimilate into society. We want to become part of society. We want to be normal just like everybody else. And don't treat us differently. Just treat us normal like everybody else, right? That's what the gay community wanted to do.
Yes.
Then the transgender community came in and said, treat us differently.
Right.
Don't
we
treat
want
us the
different
same.
bathrooms, and we
We
want
want
all
everything
this-
to be different.
Why was there a problem before?
There wasn't a problem.
Look, I
And that's the
worked at a
biggest
gas
difference.
station in Grain Valley, of all places, and this cat used to come in all the time, and he was a working girl, right? But he wore a dress with a big hairy chest. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it wasn't like he was trying to fool anybody what was underneath the dress.
Yeah.
But he worked out there at Whiskey Tangos, and he used to come in at least once a week, every week. And at one point I had to go to the bathroom, and I was in there going to the bathroom, but I looked over and I'm stand up at the urinal, dress hiked up, and I was like, okay, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna go pee. But it was interesting to me because it dawned on me when all this was going around that the people who are wearing a dress like that, those type of people, the last thing they are worried about is which bathroom they're going to use.
Yeah.
Okay? They're not, listen, man, that kind of stuff, there's some type of trauma with people like that. There's something that they have gone through that has changed them to thinking this way. And I say this to you, children have no concept of gender until they're in almost school age. They have no idea. when they're 3-4 years old and they're playing with little boys, they all look the same to each other. They have no idea there's something different about that child.
When I was a little kid, we went to go see Star Wars at the movie theater when it came out.
I've been trying to get my kids to watch it, but it's too violent. They don't like it.
So we went to go see Star Wars, and I had this big puffy red coat.
Right.
And I get lost easy. I still get lost easy. I'm at the movie theater.
That's why you're a survivalist.
I gotta go. I gotta go really bad. I go into the bathroom.
I gotta go now.
And I'm in the bathroom and notice there's no urinals. It's like, oh, that's odd. And I go in and I go stand up and go pee. I come out and there's women in the bathroom. Apparently, I had gone in the ladies' bathroom to take a piss.
It happens.
It
happens.
Not one of them ladies batted an eye. They didn't say nothing. I just went in there, did my business, came back out. 99% of the time, nobody cares if that's what you're going in the bathroom to do. But if you're in the bathroom and you're peeking over the stalls or looking over the stalls, it doesn't matter what gender you identify as. If you're looking over the stalls or looking at, staring. There was this one dude who would just sit there in the corner in the ladies' bathroom that my daughters told me, and just sit there and watch girls come in and go to the bathroom and then leave. Like, watch them leave. He would sit there and watch people go in and out.
And nobody said a word to the guy.
Nobody said anything to the guy.
Oh, but let's go ahead and make laws to change the rules on the bathroom. It's real nice.
Dressed the way I am, I have no problem going into Target, and whatever bathroom's available, I'm going to go in. You know why?
Why?
Because Target has a policy that you can use whatever bathroom.
They can't ask you.
You can